I need to put Chrome on this thing. Window capture. Chrome. Where's Chrome? Oh, it's this one. And let's fit to screen.
You made a Blitzcrank card.
Oh yeah. And it's exactly what he's supposed to do anyway. So anyway, data and champion balance, and probably the funniest thing about this, or the saddest thing I guess, is that it's only part 1. Presumably there's gonna be a part 2 someday. Succeeding while playing what you want. So after reading the whole thing, I actually noticed they did, or this guy, whoever wrote it, he did get some stuff right, which really surprised me, because League is probably the worst designed game in human history, and he still got some stuff right. Hey everyone, I'm Jules, and I help the balance team leverage data to make smart changes to the game. Well, either they don't listen to you, or you suck at your job. I wanted to offer some insight into how we do shit, blah 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 blah. I don't remember, was it Ensign? Was it Charles Ensign that said in an ideally balanced game, players will play what they like and not what they think wins?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was Ensign. It was somebody.
That guy was a genius.
Somebody
he's
from way
around
back
for Guild Wars
Guild
too.
Wars' beginning. And he's totally right. Or maybe it was Serlin, David Serlin.
I don't know. Ensign's still around, schooling people in Guild Wars 2.
I'll bet. I mean, it's not really competitive though, but.
Well, no, he doesn't play competitively. He just goes to the forums and smites people with his giant brain.
Oh, okay. But anyway, yeah. I mean, players. If your game is balanced, players will play what they like, not what they think will win. That's the first thing that they got right. Power. They're talking about champion power level. Power is destroying the enemy nexus. Ooh, they know what they're talking about. Now, that's actually true. It's the chance to win is how powerful a champion is.
Okay.
That's the only objective. But here's where it gets funny. 50% doesn't mean balanced. Now, I mean, my first language is English. I don't know any definition of balanced where that would be true.
Okay.
That's literally the definition of balanced is things are equal. Like, am I hallucinating this logic?
Yeah, you're on a trip. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm reading this retardation.
50% doesn't mean balanced. If a champion's power is analogous to true... I don't even know what this sentence means. If a champion's power is analogous to true accuracy, a champion's win rate is akin to empirical accuracy. What the fuck are they talking about? That doesn't even mean anything. They're just like, empirical is a pretty cool word.
Oh
Win rate is the probability of winning. Oh, shit! God damn, I've been doing it wrong all along. I gotta change my chart now.
Now that you put it that way.
They actually say win rate is the probability of winning in this article. This is the level of intelligence of Riot's employees.
That's great.
This is like a huge breakthrough for them. Oh boy. Alright, it's the probability of winning given the current ecosystem of champions and players. Yeah, whatever. It tells us, win rate tells us something about the power of the champion. Hey, powerful champions are more likely to win. But here's what the funniest part is. 50% win rate, or whatever, win rate also tells us something about the skill of the player. Hey, AJ, did you know the win rate of a champion dictates the skill of an individual player?
Oh yeah, I knew that. You didn't know that, noob?
Dude, Janna's win rate's really high. Like, hot weather casters must be really good at League. Makes perfect sense.
I like how they put in parentheses, skilled players are more likely to win, assuming that's how it works in their game.
Assuming that's how it works.
No, you have to prove that part first.
Yeah. We can validate this by observing that a champion's win rate tends to drop during the free-to-play rotation. That's because the average experience is lower. That's not because different players are playing. The same players are playing, but more players are playing badly.
Oh my god.
One implication of this is that champions can be balanced above or below 50% win rate. Yes. Oh my god. But this next one is, oh my god, this is what I argue with so many people. I'm sure you too have argued this on StarCraft 2 forums. We balance around skillful play.
Oh my god.
First problem, you have to know what skillful play is to do that. Do you know how Riot measures skillful play? With win rates.
Apparently they don't.
They are balancing around something that can only exist if the game is already balanced.
Fucking
This
sounds
thing
like
right here,
Blizzard
we
all over.
balance around skillful play, that translates to we balance around whether the game is already balanced. That's literally what this translates to. They have no other metric to measure player skill because, number one, they don't play the game. Number two, nobody at Riot is good at any games. Like, the single best player at Riot was garbage in Guild Wars. Like, I bet his best guild that he was in never even got to triple digits. Like, he's permanent rank 1500 in Guild Wars, right? We take into account the impact of changes of all levels of play, but that doesn't mean we pretend all players fit one mold. Skilled players make decisions with greater information. Hey, good job, Riot. And execute on those decisions with greater precision. We're comfortable saying that we look closely at these players to best understand the metagame and balance of League of Legends. Oh
Yeah,
my god. We're going to assume that the best player we're going to assume that the players who win the most are automatically indications of balance. And we're going to watch them play.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's how Blizzard did it.
That's how
Let's
Blizzard
watch
did it.
fans.
Yeah, everyone's playing Terran. Protoss is losing to everything, and Zerg's losing to Terran a lot. Terran players must be really good. So
These Terran
stupid.
players are so good, they're somehow losing sometimes. Let's buff Terran. And that's how you got Heart of the Swarm.
Oh my god.
It makes sense now.
Sure, Twisted Fate is challenging to play, but as we better learn his kit, we realize what he's capable of. You mean, like, prepare yellow card and teleport anywhere?
How the fuck
That's
is
like the
Twisted
height of
Fate-
skill in Twisted Fate. Like, there's nothing else you can do on that character.
How the fuck is Twisted Fate hard to play?
I have no idea. It's not a popularity contest. Play rate is the likelihood a champion is picked. Ooh. If players were robots that optimized only on winning, they are. Play rate would be highly indicative of power. In reality, players care about winning, but they also care about having fun, in other words, winning, and playing what appeals to them, in other words, what wins the most. I like this next one. Ahri is more appealing than Urgot for most players, so we expect Ahri to be more popular than Urgot. Do they know that they kind of left out that Ahri is more appealing because she's just better than Urgot? Like, straight up. Ahri has 3 flashes, Urgot has 0. Ahri has a stun on 10-second cooldown, Urgot has a stun on like a 2-minute cooldown. Ahri has a slow, Ahri has true damage. They have pretty much the same range. Like, Ahri is a strictly better version of Urgot. Play rate trends can teach us something about power, but the signal is blurry. Well, if you're dumb, it is. This is probably where I should show this chart, so wait, let me, I can't really, oh, whatever the fuck, I'll just show it. So this top chart, oh crap, I went back. Go here. Whatever, I'll just do this.
I want to fact check something, because they mentioned Jinx. They mentioned not wanting to see Jinx in every game. I think Jinx has like a 94% pick ban rate. Jinx is literally in every game.
She's high, but she's not in the 90s. The only ones in the 90s are Fiora and Darius. I charted it. So this graph on the top, this chart, this is the pick ban distribution League would have if the game were balanced, given that there's 130 champions. So it's pretty easy math. It's basically the chance each champ will be picked in a game or banned. So it's roughly 16 out of 130. It's more than that because combinatorics, but basically it's each champion will be picked roughly 12.2% of the time, which is why in this thing the 12 is the highest one. And then there's a standard deviation of about 3%. So about a third of the champs will be picked 3% more, a third will be picked 3% less, and then there's outliers. Okay, this is what a balanced League of Legends would look like in terms of pick ban rates. This is what League actually looks like according to LoL King. I got these numbers straight out of LoL King. These are pick ban rates. And you'll notice that most of the champions have a 2% pick ban rate, not 12. And then it kind of dips. And then there's a second spike here at 16, which is higher than the average, or than the expected. And this is called a, what's the name of it? This is called a statistics bias. When you have two peaks instead of one in a distribution, it means that something is skewing your data, some external force is skewing your data. And in a game, only one force can do that, and that's imbalance. So this little spike right here, I don't know, does my mouse even show up? No, it doesn't. Oh, that sucks. This little spike right here, where between 14 and 20, this indicates the game is not balanced. But that's not the only indicator. You've got these other little, see, there's like a third spike here, and then there's just random outliers. And here's Fiora and Darius up here at 96 and 98% pick ban. And given this distribution, you can actually calculate this realistic probability number. This means if you generated these random numbers again and again, what's the chance you'd get this chart twice? So for this one that is a balanced league, the chance you'd get it twice is it 17? No, it's 0.17%. So if you generate like 1,000 random charts like this, you'll get this chart twice. You only have to generate it about 1,000 times, and there are 130 data plots, so that's not too bad. But the real one, League down here, is 5.5 times 10 to the negative 80th power. This means if you generated these numbers starting at the Big Bang and you had the Cray supercomputers, you would not have generated this chart once today. In the entire length of the universe, the entire age of the universe, if you had the best supercomputers ever, you could not have generated this chart accidentally. Yet. That's how badly balanced League is. Like, it's impossibly badly balanced. So I don't know how they did it. So anyway.
Okay.
We keep an ear to the ground, which is probably why they only hear in one ear. Listening is another way we evaluate balance. When everyone is complaining about Italy, we don't act rashly, but we do refocus our attention. Blah, 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 blah. Did they say anything funny in here? They're talking about optimizing your chance of banning someone that the opponents are likely to pick. Blah, 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 blah. We're players too! Yeah, but Bronze League nobodies who don't understand the game at all really don't have any say in how it should be balanced. Like, the smartest person at Riot would have probably read this and be like, guys, you got 80% of your article wrong. Where's the one thing? They wrote something somewhere on this article. I must have skipped it the second read around, but they said something like, we don't want players to see the same 10 champions in every game. And then somebody else linked like the list of pick rates and the list of ban rates and like the same champions. It's like 90%, 90%, 90%, 80%, 70%. Basically, it's whoops. Where's my other one? Basically, it's this picture, right? Where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. There are 15 champions that are picked banned more than twice as much as they should be. Guess how many champions are pick banned every match? Only 16. Like, and this is not like this is not just like a rant. These are things that people need to learn. If anything Riot says is usually wrong. They're making it up. Game theory is an actual branch of mathematics studied by real mathematicians. Real mathematicians. Like, people who were too bored of theoretical physics to do theoretical physics. These people are smart. They know what they're doing. Riot has none of those people working for them, or they would have seen this. They would have seen that if League were balanced, or they would have seen that given the statistics of pick ban rates League currently has, it's one of the worst games ever created. I've done this chart for other games. Not this specific chart, but similar charts. No other game even comes close to this. StarCraft, see this number, this realistic probability? 5 times 10 to the negative 80. StarCraft 2 is like 8 times 10 to the negative, I think like 20 or 40, which is still pretty bad, but that's orders of magnitude better. And most people think StarCraft 2 is a joke.
Darius's ban rate alone is 92.
Yeah, the ban rate on Darius alone is 92, and that's why his pick rate is so low, because you can't play him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if anybody out there is, is in a position of power to, like, hire or interview potential game designers, don't ask them what games they play. Ask them if they know game theory. Ask them if they can do statistical analysis. Ask them if they know combinatorics. Because real game designers know those things. Real game designers are actually mathematicians. They're not people who played games growing up and are like, I don't want to make a game. Real game designers are mathematicians who know how to actually do work. That's not Morello. That's not David Kim. Those are not the people you should be hiring. You should be hiring smart mathematicians to design and balance your games. Alright, that's enough of that. Are we going to code something?